Business leaders, what is up? Today, I want to talk to you about one thing that we are all after, all struggling to get to, and that's freedom. Freedom in your business, get you out of the day to day of the business, get you out of the weeds, get rid of the endless stream of employees coming back to you, asking you questions, asking you to help solve the problems that you probably thought you hired them to solve. I'm going to show you how to get out of all that mess, build an autonomous team, and really create what it is that you're ultimately after in your business, which is freedom. Let's get freedom. And there's really three reasons that I have found that business owners struggle to get to this place of freedom. Three big problems that they're facing. The first one here, no SOPs or processes. Now, I know what you're thinking. A lot of entrepreneur founders are more on the visionary side than the process side. That's totally fine. Typically have a hate relationship with SOPs. Maybe you've tried it before and people didn't use them. I'm going to show you why you need them, but also how you can solve all of those problems so that your SOPs are actually an asset to the business and aren't just a big fat waste of time that you created. One of the other problems that keeps business leaders from freedom, keeps them away from freedom, is their team depends on, who do you think? The team depends on you. They need you to move the ball down the field. They can't move the ball down the field without you. It essentially makes you the quarterback. You take every single snap. You're on the field for every single play. Nobody's moving the ball without you. What I want to do is help you create a team that doesn't depend on you, get you over to the sideline, maybe even up to the owner's suite, watch touchdowns get scored on your behalf while you drink a margarita or eat those tiny hot dogs or whatever it is that owners are doing. The third reason that keeps owners away from freedom is they're hiring the wrong people. Hiring is it can be a difficult subject. It can be a touchy subject. A lot of business owners do it the first time when they need to, and they're trying to figure it out while they're also wearing 100 other hats. It's a big challenge, right? I can show you how to fix that so that you can build the team that you need so that you can get freedom from your business. Now, let's go back and zoom in on this first problem here. No SOPs or processes. So how do you create, what is the solution to not having SOPs and processes? It's something that I like to call future-proof SOPs. When you have future-proof standard operating procedures, you no longer have to worry that people aren't using them. You no longer have to go and refresh them yourself when things change. People stop ignoring them because they're out of date. That's what you really need to solve this no SOPs, no standard operating procedures, no processes. You need future-proof SOPs. And when the team depends on you, the solution is you actually need an autonomous A-team. An autonomous A-team can move the ball down the field even if you're not in the building. And I'll tell you, it's a magical experience when you step away for a few days or you shift your focus maybe to new business or something else for a few days. And when you come back, things are improved. The business has grown. It's absolutely incredible. I want to show you how to experience that yourself. Hiring the wrong people. To get rid of this problem, what you really need is an all-star hiring process. This is a process that will bring the right team members onto your bus, get them in the right seats, and turn them into an autonomous A-team. This is something that I've done, built a team of over 40 people that essentially I had nothing left to do by the end of it. It's fantastic, magical. I want to show you how to experience that as well. Now, let's go back down to these future-proof SOPs. There's really two aspects of this that create a future-proof SOPs. There's what I like to call capture systems This is from a training by Mike Michalowicz taught me this concept. It's something that we use extensively when I ran the Facebook ad agency. If you can imagine how fast processes are changing when you're dealing with media buying, it's basically every month things are changing. Facebook, for example, simultaneously runs about 10,000 different versions of their ad buying platform in their social media network. So there's a lot of SOPs last about a month. So one thing I've had to get really good at is how do you create SOPs in a rapidly changing environment? If we could do it there, you can do it in your business 100%. And then the other thing that makes this work, how do you get people to actually use them? How do you get them to like live on as living documents and not just collect dust on a shelf somewhere? That's what I like to call a knowledge base culture. A knowledge-based culture is the thing that creates the ultimate freedom in your business. It says people are now creating your SOPs for you. They're growing your business for you. It's that culture that is going to help them not depend on you. And I'll show you how to do that as well. Now, if you want to build an autonomous A team, I found there's really two ingredients here. First is what I like to call key action rules. And when you have key action rules in your business, these aren't rules like in the traditional sense. It's more like these are, I like to think of them as guidelines, or as if I went back to my super nerd roots of software, this would be my default operating system. But key action rules creates a magical environment where people always know how to move the ball down the field, even if nobody told them what to do, even if you're not there. And those things will compound over time. It'll give your team clarity and focus. And if there's one thing I absolutely love, it's clarity and focus. It always produces results. So key action rules help build an autonomous A team. The other ingredient here, delegation system. Now, oftentimes business leaders are delegating incorrectly. They're blaming the team member. They're saying, oh, it's easier if I just do it myself. All of these things that people say when delegating isn't working for them. Now, you have really two choices. You can either believe that that's true, or you can adopt a delegation system, delegate correctly, get this stuff off your plate for good, finally. So it's not you. It's not your team member. You're delegating wrong. I'll show you how to do that. And as we're building this team, this all-star hiring process, there's really two ingredients here as well. The first one is a hiring funnel. This is a hiring funnel that essentially just works like the sales funnel concept. It's got a really big opening at the top, really tiny opening at the bottom. As people go down, they get eliminated. And if you create a great job post and a great hiring funnel that's going to bring somebody on with the key traits that make somebody succeed in that role, and I'll show you how to figure that stuff out. If you do that, when they get to the other end, you're going to have somebody who is primed to become an autonomous A-team player. And when you support that person with future-proof SOPs, you'll not have to talk to them that often. Or when you talk to them, it'll be about fun stuff. It won't just be doing the work that you thought you hired them to do, but somehow you're still involved in it. And the second aspect of this, once you've identified these people, you need to bring them on right with an A-team onboarding. An A-team onboarding is what sets them up with that culture. It shows them that winning culture, how to succeed in your business, how to work with all of these tools that we've brought on, how to turn them from a person outside of your company into an autonomous A-team player that's going to absolutely crush it for you guys. Now, when you get all of these things working together, get your future-proof SOPs, you're training your team correctly so that they know how to be autonomous. They know how to move the ball down the field. You've got an all-star hiring process. All of these things work together. Okay. Each one of these things feeds into the next. And when you create all of these things together, you finally are able to get that freedom that you have been after, that you've been longing for, that you might have thought, hey, I just can't get this in my business. It doesn't work for my business. That's just for big businesses with tons of money. Wrong. You can start whether you have 0 employees, whether you have 1 team member, you need to get it right, or whether you've already got 10 or 15 team members. This process will help you get to that freedom that you're after, that freedom that you're looking for. Now, if this sounds like something that you want and you need in your life, and you want these systems so that you can get freedom, comment the word freedom right below in the chat here. I'm putting together a group that's starting soon. I love working with business owners on this concept. I love helping business owners create freedom in their lives, because when I can do that, not only do their businesses grow, not only do they make a bigger impact on the world, but they're happier. They get to do more of what they love. And it's really just such an exciting combination. So if you're interested, comment the word freedom below in the chat. I'm putting together a group of business owners. We're going to go through this step by step. You'll be supported with training. You'll be supported with my experience with the group as we go through this together and put this whole thing together for your business so that you can get freedom.